Fans around the world, thank you once again for joining us on Talkin Fight Friday night panel. We got Tim Witherspoon in the house, on time and ready to go, and of course Mike Moore coming in, dialing on his 1992 cell phone.
No, it's a Samsung 10 Plus. Come on, man, I'm not that old. Jeez. And I'm trying to call Cedric because he's late for the show.
Right.
Oh, well,
Cedric, are you listening to us? You're late.
Cedric, you're late. Where are you?
It's because he's just finishing that last lap.
Yeah, probably on his bike too, man. Or maybe the Lamborghini broke down.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, before we introduce the show here, we were talking about some of the fights that are going on this weekend, some that have happened already. And we were talking about the city of Sheffield, not about its music past, but its boxing past. And Tim was kind enough to relay to us some of the stories that he was early on in his career, apparently, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right, Tim, early in your career?
No, that was after I retired. I came over for you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I went over for a couple of events. They invited me over, did an event, and people was really cool with me because I went up for Bruno, so they knew me. So they was happy to have me, and they had did a lot of shows. I started off going speaking, making money, stuff like that, and then I kept going back and forth. They kept sending me back and forth till they got tired of me. Now I know everybody from London to up to Scotland. I'm exaggerating, but I know a lot of people.
You only need to go as far as Hadrian's Wall, really.
Yeah. Later on, I was training up in Sheffield, Clinton Woods, Danny Toombs. I was helping out Iverson. Not really. You don't know Iverson. He was a cruiserweight. He's from Sheffield. I forgot his first name. Oh, he's gonna kick my butt. And I trained with those guys. Tim Jr. played with, came over and got the experience. Sparring with different guys, and it was nice. But Dennis Hobson Sr. was my buddy, and I stayed at his house, and his son was promoting Dennis Jr. and we would go over to we would go over to Dennis Sr. gym. Dennis Hobson the Jr. had another gym, so in terms of boxing, they were different pages. I would train Dennis Senior boxers, but Dennis Junior, we were cool, but he wouldn't let me train on his boxers. So I don't, there's a little mix up there.
A little bit of politics is what you're saying. That's what it sounds
I guess
like. So. Tim, we have a question. We have a question from Carl, who's watching, one of our friends over in England. He wants to know: did you ever visit the Ingle Gym while in Sheffield?
Yeah, I was there. That's where Prince Nassim was training for his fights. A couple other people. I was over there, I think, one time. Everybody boxes the same. They move a lot. Yeah, I was over there. Brendan Ingles, I think he invited us over there. Yeah, I was over there, Brendan Ingles. I was all over Sheffield. Yep.
Just got word from Cedric. He's going to be joining us any minute.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff.
And Carl, yes, I hope that answered your question. Yeah, man, the great Brendan Ingles.
They got some tough boxers in Sheffield. Some tough fighters. Right. Yeah.
Hey, Mike, before Cedric comes on, you just want to recap some of the fights that went on in Sheffield today?
Yeah, definitely. So the card we had, we had the vacant IBO Intercontinental Welter title. That was Dante Jordan versus Anthony Tomlinson, and Tomlinson lost, and Dante Jordan took that.
Wow.
So there you go. We had Mark Jeffries and Michael Ryba. That was Michael Jeffries taking it. Win there. We also had, there's a lot of guys on here that, there's a couple guys that were debuts. There were some guys here that were, just a couple of fights, just under 10 fights on the belt. So a lot of up and comers, not a lot of people that people know. But it looked like it turned out to be a pretty good card. We had two women on it today. We had Katie Healy and Karina Kopinska. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, it turned out to be a really good card.
Any KOs?
You know what? I didn't get to see all of it. But the fights that I watched, there was no KOs. I'm gonna have to go back. I have it recorded, and you know what? You're not going to hear about the KOs anyway till Sunday, so you got to save it. That's the way it works, man.
All right.
Yeah, the main fight.
Who was promoting it?
The main fight was a great war. Tomlin and Dante. Pardon me.
Who was promoting it?
Who was promoting it? Who promoted
Well,
it?
it was put on by United Kingdom Fight Zone.
Oh, okay.
And the promoter was Dennis Hobson Jr. and it was Fight Academy.
Yeah.
Fight Academy was the promoter. Matchmaker was Jason McClory. And yeah, man, it's on United Kingdom Fight Zone. Check it out.
That's
the last fight.
Cash is with.
The last fight, guys. I'm telling you, go out. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go,
Cash
go,
Ali
go,
signed with Dennis.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he signed with him.
Small world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, go out, watch it. The last one, it's great. It is an absolute war. Dante Jardin versus Anthony Tomlinson, and the vacant IBO Intercontinental Welter title. Man, you can't ask for much more on a Friday afternoon. Honestly, you can't ask for more on a Friday afternoon. Sitting back watching some boxing. It was great. It was a great show, guys. Go and check it out. It's going to be out there. It's already up on YouTube. You can check out the last fight anyway. There was a card yesterday. We'll get into that on Sunday. I don't want to just keep getting into the cards that were in the week. We'll save it all. We'll talk about them on the show on Sunday, and we'll tell you who wins the knockout of the week. That's what's going to happen.
So there was a knockout yesterday, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. You guys, if you want to know, you can tune in on Sunday just like everybody else at 4 p.m. when we say it live.
So Tim, you ready for the big question? What was it like to fight at York Hall in Wembley?
Oh, it reminded me of the Blue Horizon in Philadelphia. It was pretty cool. It reminded me of the Blue Horizon. I fought in the Blue Horizon. They're getting ready to try to make apartments out of it. And we fight. I did several promos and trying to save it, but I fought the Spanish guy. I can't pronounce his name, Serrano or something there. And I think I had another fight there too. I can't remember. You might, because you got the information, but it was really cool. I think I fought over there when I really wasn't going over there. I fought over there. I cut the guy in the 9th round. And did they stop it? I can't remember. You got to look at it. And I fought. Did I fight Sammy Scaff over there?
You fought. Was it Villegas? Villegas over there? You fought?
Yeah, Villegas. Yeah. I kept telling him you're not going to win. You just lay down. I kept saying that to him. I said it. I thought he understand a little bit. I said, "Yo, you're going to get hurt." But he was tough. And he I think he went the distance, or they cut him in the last. I cut him in the last round, and they stopped it in the 9th, I think.
You cut the TKO 9th round.
KO? Yeah.
Yep, TKO 9th round. Referee Sid Nathan. He called it.
Yeah, I got to know those guys over there. It was really, really, really nice.
Hi, Cedric. How you doing?
With the officials.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir.
Good evening, everyone. How you doing, champ?
Everything good. I got to get sharper. Good. That's why I keep coming on.
Yeah.
Don't worry. A couple of weeks, we'll have you right back
getting reps. This is like sparring. This is like, just getting your reps in. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be at it. It's like sparring.
And you too, Tim. You'll end up owning a Lamborghini just like Cedric.
Whoa. Well, what we've been doing too is really concentrating on Tim the Third. These last 10 days, we've been training real hard. I'm thinking about taking them up in the mountains when I go train these lawyers up in Harrisburg, the place, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So I'm thinking about taking him up there, hitting the hammer, sparring with this lawyer that I train up there. And this would be a good experience for Tim. This is the first time in boxing history, like my son was saying, I said before, 3 generations with the same name is going to be in the corner. And we're really going to take it serious, and train Timmy hard and get him ready for this first fight on September the 25th. And I'm doing the exhibition. Okay. Tim's doing the exhibition. Then they're going to have like 15 bouts. So I think that was good, little Tim organizing that. Really. But I'm concerned about my grandson.
Champ, we have another question. We have another question for you, Champ. There's another question that came in for you, Champ. Okay. What was it like to walk into the Lions' Den against Bruno at Wembley? What was your feelings?
Oh, it was beautiful. It gave me energy. It was something that at that time, days before that I dreamed of doing when I was, in my neighborhood, working my way up to the top. I was a football player. I played baseball, went to university playing football. I got hurt and I got into boxing. And for this to happen really is really great, You're talking about fighting Frank Bruno, right? Fighting Bruno could punch, and coming into to all the people screaming, and I'm talking about the airport. It was really beautiful, something new to me, and I still believe that was my best experience, because I went into somebody else's country, a lot of people throwing stuff at us, trying to hurt us, and I came out victorious. So that was really something that really I think about all the time. And now me and Frank Bruno are really good friends.
That's because you beat him up, right?
No, because he's the only boxer that called me up. I know other boxers. He called me up and tears got in my eyes and congratulated me. I was like, whoa, like little. I felt really affectionate at the time. He congratulated me. Nobody ever did that. So that was a good gentleman. And after that, I became good friends with him. I met him at several events. He told me not to say this, but he gave my daughter Shania $200 and told me to open up a bank account, and I never did. No, I did. Okay, so, we believe you.
That's funny.
Frank was really cool. Frank was really cool. If you want to meet a guy who can sit down and talk to, Frank is cool.
Awesome. Yeah, so there's more fights this weekend. Let's talk about them.
Let's talk about it.
Tomorrow, I want to talk about Kim Clavel, Canadian.
Yep.
Maria Vargas.
Riddy Rival. How about Riddy Rival from New York, from England? He's fighting the lightweight. His name is Ennis.
Yes, Ennis Brown and Maxwell.
Ennis Brown. I was with him, training with him. I remember. Is it all right to talk a minute about him?
Yeah. Go ahead. We'll talk about this card first because it's a bigger card.
When I was in England, I was doing an event. I was at an amateur show, and he was on one of the fighters, and we became friends all the way back then. I know he had moves. He was quick. I knew that he had to sit down on his punches so he can get powers. I don't think he had a lot of knockouts. And now I've been sending him messages, encouraging him how to, don't be in front of that right hand when you fight in the southpaw. Try to get, and a lot of people don't do this. The lead hand of the lead jab with a right hander, say like I'm southpaw, you can get on the outside. See, a lot of work is done from the inside. You right-handed and you fighting the southpaw. The right hand is trying to keep you in the middle here, hit you with the right. But when he throw his jab, there's options on the outside of his jab, if you understand. Not everything has to be inside. So he didn't know that, and a lot of people don't know, is when the right-hander jab and you southpaw, you can go to work on the other side. So stay out of the way, that right hand right up the middle. You can go on the other side of the jab. So things like that, I was trying to tell him what to do and watch out for. Don't stay in front of that right hand. Go around the other side. Make him work to hit you with that right hand. So I just yesterday I texted him
That's
yesterday
boxing
and
education.
wished him good luck.
Yeah, man, that's pure boxing education. Well, he's fighting.
Education right there.
Yeah, so he's fighting. He's fighting against Maxwell, and that's going to be
a good right-hander.
That's going to be for the Commonwealth Super Light title and the BBBFC Super Light title. So that's the headliner tomorrow, I guess. Well, not really the headliner. It's one of 3 headliners because there are 3 titles on this card tomorrow.
Which city that taking place in?
I believe
somewhere down south. I think.
Yeah.
Near London somewhere.
It's going to be in Utilita. What?
Oh yeah. That's right. That's
Utilita
right.
Arena, Birmingham.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, Birmingham. That's in the middle. Birmingham is up higher.
Yeah.
Is up higher, right? I was in Birmingham 2 years. Yeah, so it's in Birmingham. Oh, you know why? Because he lives near Birmingham. He lives in a little town. When I was in Birmingham, he lives in a little town further around the area, but maybe 100 miles away. Akeem Ennis, right?
Yep. It's gonna be great.
I remember.
It's gonna be an awesome card, guys. Everybody's got to watch this one, man.
Yeah.
You know, BT. Honestly, Frank Warren is putting on a great event. I'll give him that, man. He's putting on a great event.
Mike, after you're done talking about this card, before I forget, there's a card that's happening tonight that I want to mention, but finish this one first.
Yeah, there's also a card that already happened today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, was it? I already
in Mexico? Are you talking about the card in Mexico?
No, that was last night.
With all the Canadians.
Oh,
I'm looking at it on my Instagram.
We were talking about the fight in Sheffield.
Well, don't forget. Kim Clavel is on
undefeated. Undefeated.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on.
All right. See, we've been blabbering away. Why don't you say something, Cedric? Tell us about what you want to say.
Tell us about the card tonight.
Tonight, I'll read it right now. It's called Commando in Mexico. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Canadians fighting on the card tonight. Headlined by Steve Claggett from Calgary, Alberta, who is 29 wins, 7 wins with 19 KOs. He is facing No Emmanuel Lopez from Mexico, who is 30 wins with 14 KOs. The reason why I want to mention this card is because tonight this will be the professional debut of Mary Spencer, who is a little bit older in age, but still has the athleticism to make her pro debut. She's the only Canadian male or female to be 3. She lost at the 2012 Olympics, but still had a great career. Won Pan American Championships 3 or 4 times. And so tonight she'll be making her pro debut. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure you mentioned that. If you to catch the stream, she put it on her Instagram, www.punchinggrace.com. 2 G's, punching and then grace, .com.
Yeah, definitely. It's a pretty good card actually, man. What is it? Steve the Dragon Claggett versus Thomas Chava is the headliner, I believe, right?
It says no. Thomas Chabot is actually another Canadian on the card. Steve Claggett versus Emmanuel Lopez from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thomas. That's actually wow. This is seriously a Canadian versus Mexico card. All the Canadians are facing Mexicans. Interesting. Interesting.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be.
I'll just name off some of the other Canadians. We got
Thomas
Chabot, who is I remember.
Yeah. He's 4-0
as an amateur. He was a very good amateur. He tournament times. Exactly, 4-0, 4 KOs. He's facing Jose Herrera from Mexico. Avery Martin Duval from Montreal is 4-0 with 3 KOs, facing Esteban Arroyo. Luis Santana, another name that I don't want to guarantee. There's no guarantees in boxing.
2-0 with 1 knockout. 2-0 with 1 knockout.
Yes, Yes, exactly. Luis Santana is a name that I think we'll be hearing a lot in the future. Mark Smithers, I remember him as an amateur, also very good. He won national championships a couple of times. He's 4-0 right now. He's also on the card tonight. So lots of action. Canadian versus
Lots of Canadian action. Christopher Guerrero is also on there. Mark Smither. Yeah.
Mhm.
We got a couple. We got guys from the States, man. We got Antonio Perez and Angel Perez.
Yeah.
He's also on that card.
Yep.
But yeah, honestly, Kim Clavel is heading up a card tomorrow versus Maria Vargas. This is going to be for her first career main event for the NABF champion and WBC #1. Kim Clavel will now face Maria Vargas in Mexico at IGA Stadium. There we go.
I'm going to go with Kim Clavel on that one.
Well, you know, Vargas 15-3-1 with 1 KO certainly represents a superior opponent for Clavel in this 10-round duel for the prestigious WBC Silver title, and is a concern for Clavel's coaches. Danielle Bouchard and Stéphane LaRoche, I believe it is. Vargas is undefeated in her last 8 fights since 2017. In 2019, she faced WBC 105-pound champion. But I can't remember her name. It's Baguetti. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's a hard one to pronounce. She, you know, on the road in the Czech Republic, and they fought to a draw in their world atomweight championship fight. So, you know, there's some big fights on this. It's going to be a good card.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention about Clem Clavel, you know, just in general, a lot of times people ask me my prediction about a certain fights. A lot of times the reason why I don't like making predictions is because, you know, and Tim, you know this too. Like you don't know what these guys are doing if they're staying focused during their training camp. Like, I don't know if he's staying focused, then, you know, we can make a good tell, but we don't know if he, you know, missed a few days, you know, didn't want to get up for his run this morning. So, you know, the training camp is all messed up. So that's why personally, I don't really like to make predictions. The reason why I bring that up is because Clem Clavel, I remember her as an amateur, she was always focused. I know she's a full-time nurse. I'm pretty sure. So her lifestyle, like when she's not boxing, she's working out or working. I know her out. I don't know her personally, but I know like her outside lifestyle. She's clean. If she's not working, she's working out in the gym. So, yeah. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, no, she holds down a full-time job as a nurse.
Tim, Tim, that's a question for you. How were you able to? I mean, obviously, when you got to a certain point in your career, you were making enough money just to focus on boxing. But at the beginning, how hard was it trying to balance out, you know, making sure you have enough money to feed yourself or your family and still have enough time to train? How did you balance that?
Well, no, in the beginning it was smooth. You know, I showed the capability, you know, training and learn people. I had people behind me. In the beginning, I had a situation like Tyson and customized. I had Mark Stewart and Larry Levin, who, well, I know he was part of the management. He was the lawyer. He was the dentist that went to jail for they were selling cocaine. And that's how me and my brother Anthony and a couple other people got messed up. We had cars. We lived in a building. I think I told you guys with all, like they had music too. They had musicians and they had music. So we all stayed in the building. And we, you know, and I think I said this before, when I used to walk down to the office to inquire about different things, I used to see people snip like they runny noses. You know, for like a long time, we used to go there and, hey, how you doing? Where's Mark at? And people doing like this in the office. So, but Mark Stewart was really sharp. He didn't take no. He said, man, I'm gonna make Don King pay you and you pay for, you know, you and your brother. You're gonna get the best money. He treated us good. And had car. We had money. We was in the right direction. And then they got busted selling cocaine. That's what happened to me and my brother Anthony. Sterling Quick was with us. Artie McLeod, who was Bernard Hopkins' uncle, who was a very Clever. He had gray eyes. Artie McLeod, Bernard Hackman's uncle. He went to jail also and came home. He was tough. He was tough. He was sparring with Marvin Hagler. So we had a group that stayed in the Center City near the Rocky Steps. And we had a good manager. But when they got busted, that's when you seen everything go downhill. I didn't want to go with Don. I had to go. My brother didn't go. I think everybody had contracts with Don, but I had to go. That's the only direction I could go in. So that's what broke us down. They got caught selling drugs, and my manager, Mark Stewart, said, I think the best person for you to be with is Don. So he worked a deal out with him. I didn't want to do it. And so we had to start going to Ohio and train. That's what happened. And there's some other things that happened after that. But Mark Stewart, Larry Levin, if you looked up Larry Levin, you'll see the history. He was a dentist. They was selling drugs and they messed us up. You know, I'm cool with them. I like those guys. It's just unfortunate that had happened, you know. And that's why we was going straight up. I was undefeated. My brother Anthony was 13-0 with 13 knockouts. I hated the box with Anthony. 13-0 with 13 knockouts. Then he lost. I think when the stuff went down, he got less focused and he lost his first fight. I was undefeated. He was undefeated, but he had way more knockouts than me. Then he went on to spar Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and now he's helping. He's working in a place where retired and spar. He just caught COVID. My mom was worried. My mom was telling me, Tim, you better get the shots. And I keep telling her, I kept telling her, I don't really want to get the shots. I want to stay away from people. And she said, who's going to take care of that little girl? And I said, well, you're right, Mom. So I waited. And then I was working out at my son's gym and I was driving down the street. I said, you know what, Shania? I'm going right in there. We pulled up into a Rite Aid, right, Shania? We pulled up into the Rite Aid. I went in there. I told them who I was. I said, look, Shania, film this. I said, I don't really want to get the needle. I was scared of the needle. That's why I didn't get the shot needle. So when he gave me the needle, I was like, that's all it is? He said, yeah, that's it. I went running the next day. It didn't affect me. I went running the second day. The third day, I got kind of tired of freezing. Now I got to get my second shot in like 3 weeks. So
don't worry, Tim. Just get the shot. It'll be good. Everything will be fine. I got mine. I'm good. I'm COVID. I'm COVID vaccine. It's all good. We're killing it. Don't worry.
You'll be as fit as me.
Yeah. 2 more titles up for grabs tomorrow, guys. Anthony, I think it's Kakesi and Leon Woodstock for the BBB of C British Super Feather title tomorrow. Yeah. Also, we have Ahmed and Kadimi for the vacant BBBFC British Superfly title tomorrow on that card as well. So we got some great fights. Also on that card, Anthony Yard making a return. Him in action again, which is going to be great. He's taking on Alex Theran. Guys, what are your thoughts, Cedric? Any thoughts on that?
I was just talking with our friends from the Last Bell Boxing podcast last night about Mr. Yardy. I was kind of disappointed in his career. I thought after even though he lost to Kovalev, I thought that that's the biggest name he's had. I thought that would at least help him, give him some confidence or just the experience from that. He did have some good moments, even though he got stopped. He did have some good moments in that fight to help him progress. But it looks like from then he's just stayed that kind of, digress. I didn't see his last match, but from what I understand, he didn't look impressive against someone that he was expected to win against. So curious to see how he's going to look tomorrow.
Well, he honestly, I think he's in need of some actual good, decent opponents, man. If you check his fight, his fight history, he really hasn't been fighting too many popular people. And Carl, you're right, man. The British fans are losing patience with Yard, and if he doesn't start, If he doesn't start doing
But no,
something soon, yeah.
Real quick, but there's a building process. I know you were saying that he hasn't fought many old guys, right? But
Right.
they probably got a plan, a building process. A lot of managements, they get their opponents, and but you might get criticized because of that. Easy fights. No, but that's right. You should bring that up. Say, well, he has some easy opponents. Now it's time for him to fight the big dogs. So,
Yeah,
but
when
the plan is to boxer up, and because I got tough guys, but I got some that was easy, so they can get that big fight. And so this might be, this might be his test, right?
well, yeah, I guess so. A little bit of a test. Like he's been in the ring 22 times. He's 30 years old. It's not like he's getting any younger.
Whoa,
So
I gotta research more. I'm sorry.
yeah, like
Okay.
he's got quite a
He's
bit,
30.
right?
He's 30.
He's
He
got
should've-
yeah, he should, like, that's what I mean. And
Yeah.
Carl's been mentioning on the side, the British fans are losing their patience with him. He needs to fight decent people. It's boring.
Okay, now I got you.
Also, he needs a new trainer, and they want to know, Tim, is your phone line free?
Hey,
You want to know if
listen,
you want to go train yard?
real quick. I'm comfortable about everything I do in terms of boxer. I feel confidence, defense, offense, whatever we do. You put me in the camp with 20 guys, you're gonna come out with a whole bunch of champions.
Nice.
I've been in camp for a long time. Yeah, I've been in camp. I know there's cooks, there's like security, there's a gym. We all together. We a team. We're gonna win these fights. That's it. I've been in camps with Eddie Mustafa, Saad Muhammad Ali, Dwight Poirier, Jerry Cooney, Kenny Norton, you name it. So I got a lot of experience, and I'm really blessed. I'm blessed to be around even more. I know it's more. Greg Page, David Bay, you name them. I was in training camp and more than in the gym. I was in training camp more than in the gyms. But in the very beginning, I was in the gyms all the time. And then, boom, I was gone.
Yeah. Champ, you have tons of experience. Just even being in the ring and sparring with Muhammad Ali, like, they're great. Like that experience alone, nobody can take that away. Nobody can touch that.
Yeah, that was
Nobody
beautiful.
can touch that.
Tim, I got a
That was
quick
beautiful.
question. I got a quick question.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Champ, I got a question for you. Would you agree or disagree that sometimes, like, you might be sparring against someone that sometimes you have sparring partners that might be better than your actual opponents, right? Sometimes, like, I was just saying, like, for example, sparring Muhammad Ali, obviously, just that experience of sparring Muhammad Ali, that helping you get better. You guys working together. You were obviously at a top level yourself. You guys were helping each other, but that top level sparring, that's what makes your fights easier when you're fighting guys that when you're sparring guys that are at your level, if not a notch higher, right?
Yeah, that
Sparring
does.
good guys.
When you spar somebody that's been there and done it, and he's more experienced, that does help a younger guy coming up, and even a guy that's halfway there. Is really inspirational to spar with somebody that's already been there. You're learning all the way up the ladder, So I didn't really start learning things until I got I ran into Slim Robinson. Because my other trainer, Clarence Booker, he really didn't know I was getting hit. I was getting hit a lot and everything. So then when Slim came along, it changed my life. And in terms of skills, boxing and everything, it was hard. It was hard. So, even when this is not real quick. So when you sparring with somebody also, and you taking I fought Larry Holmes. I fought Ali. I keep going over. I fought Ali. He was sick. I told you guys before. I really didn't learn anything. I didn't really learn anything because he was sick, and we later on found out that he was dehydrated and everything after the fight, and everybody knew that Larry Holmes was going to win after the first bell in the first round. So everybody knew. So I knew because I was sparring with him, and I said, "Well, I'm waiting for him to teach me something, like to really show off on me," and he never did it. I was thinking I was really good. I thought I was really, I said, "Well, Ali didn't beat up on me," and then we later on found out he was sick, and he should have never fought. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. I was there.
Yes, you were, champ. You were definitely there.
Yeah.
I want to touch on the last card the last card for Sunday. Let's just touch on that real quick, and then we can go into whatever we want to talk about. We can answer some more questions. The poll card. It's actually not the poll card, guys. I want you to remember this.
Amanda Serrano.
Yes, Amanda Serrano.
Oh, I know her.
Mercado, WBC, WBO, International Boxing Organization, female feather titles up for grabs on that card. Also, Daniel Dubois is back. Charles Conwell is back. And Tommy Fury are all on this card. So, guys, it's not a shit show like it was before. It's not going to be a effing circus. It's not going to be a concert with fights intermission. It's not going to be anything like that. This is a true match. We got real champions in there fighting. So it's going to be boxing. And then we got the clown show. Paul versus Woodley.
I got to inject though. I think Tommy Fury's fighting a UFC fighter.
Yeah, he probably is. He's going to just box. He's fighting Anthony Taylor.
Because I think it's a catchweight fight.
Anthony Taylor, middle. He's a middle. I've never heard of that.
I was with Amanda the other night at the Hall of Fame. She looked in good shape. Yeah. At the Hall of Fame.
She's been training hard.
She's really looking forward to this because it puts on a really good stage, a lot of viewers. She's going up against the Mexican champ,
Mercado.
Yeah,
Mercado. So that's going to be a really good fight. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. That's a banger.
I'm also looking to see Daniel Dubois, see how he does in the U.S. He might not be used to the chill crowds in the U.S. as opposed to the rabid fans over in the U.K. So
who is he fighting? Who is he fighting?
He's fighting Joe Kuzmano. He's 19-3. Daniel Dubois 16-1. It's scheduled for 10. Let's see these two heavies bang the crap out of each other. That's what we want. Montana Love is fighting Ivan Bernaychik. And Charles Conwell is also on this card. And he's fighting Juan Carlos Rubio. So there's some undefeateds here that, they have to lose. So we're going to have some great bangers, man. Great bangers. Great bangers.
Just for the Talkin fan fans out there, I was just saying, got all tongue-tied. But anyway, the point matter is earlier on in the show, I did a little bit of a quote the Jake Paul scenario. And it is hilarious to listen to what he is saying. And then likewise what Tyron Woodley's saying as well, who and that's Tyron. It's his first boxing fight. So I don't even know how you could call it and like you've said, Mike, before, like Jake Paul's boasting a 3-0 record.
Yeah.
What? Like, how can you call him Anyway.
This is what I don't understand. Is he's boasting a 3-0 record, but every sanctioning body that has sanctioned the events that he's fought at are only for amateur events. They don't count in the pros. There's no money to be exchanged to the winner, and it's just for show. So how is it counting against his world boxing record? I don't get that.
That's what I was going to ask Tim. Is that why it's being held in Cleveland? Does Ohio have a different set of rules when it comes to sanctioning fights?
I think that I'm just walking my girl to my other door. They having a party. That's where I just know. But I think every state have different varies a tiny little rule, something little different. So that's why it need to be a central place where everybody rules count as one. Because in Ohio they have different rules. In Pennsylvania, big difference, not a big difference. So I noticed that. So you know how what you talking about the rules and stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sounds
It's my
like Tim's
grandkids.
multitasking.
Definitely.
His adoring fans have
I'm
arrived.
sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Also, guys,
Okay.
Sunday's
I'm
gearing up to be
sorry.
really good, man.
I'm sorry. That was my daughter came in to get my other daughters. They taking they having it's my grandson Nolan's birthday was yesterday. So they're having something tomorrow. So they picked your birthday tomorrow too. Come say hi. This my daughter. She used to be the baby. Her name is Mecca. This is my daughter. Say hi. We on the podcast.
Hi.
Hey, Mecca.
Hello.
She used to be the baby, and this is my granddaughter, Natalia. Janaya.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of my 14 grandkids.
How many grandkids?
So
Wait,
yeah,
did
they're
you
having
say-
a party. They get now. It's
Did
gonna
you
be
say
quiet.
14? Did you say 14, Terry?
Huh?
He's
Did
got
you
a
say
hockey.
14?
He's got a hockey
Yeah,
team.
come on, let's go.
You
Let's
said
go.
14. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah, I got 14, right?
Wow, that's incredible, man. You're very blessed. You're very blessed with family. I hope Woodley knocks out Paul. You know what? I agree with you, Bubs Arcade Fighters. I do. You know, I agree.
I don't know Woodley's career at all, but I like what he
you know
said.
Woodley,
I like what he said.
Woodley is a ground and pounder from the UFC. Has worn the belt. He's been a champion. You know, he can take a beating, man. I've watched this guy get his face punched in and still win the fight. So it's not going to be no one punch knockout here like what was it, Ben Askren, who needed $1 million to expand his gym so he could keep training the Olympic wrestling team.
Right.
Right, because exactly what he did. He took a dive, put $1 million in the bank, and went and expanded his gym. That's exactly what he did, and he has no shame for it, and I don't blame him. He took $1 million for that. But I don't understand how these events are counting as against his pro boxing record. Like how the F is
I'm gonna
3-0
watch you
when he's
from
not
here,
even
okay?
registered fucking boxers, unless they're buying their licenses.
What you mean?
Right.
Which one? You want
That's
to
the only way. They got to be buying their licenses. Like
Sorry,
the Paul
guys,
brothers,
keep
Paul
going.
brothers didn't have an amateur career
Yeah.
ever.
I know it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But I mean, unbelievably, still the pay-per-view numbers are through the roof.
You know what? Yeah, it is through the roof right now. And you know what? I hope
walk you through-
tomorrow.
I'm gonna walk you
Well,
through here.
I hope Sunday that Woodley puts an end to this shit and just knocks him the F out, man, and just puts an end to this loudmouth problem child. Because honestly, there's any one of these boxers today, man, in any one of these divisions, it don't matter. We'll knock the shit out of him, man. You know? So what? He fought Mayweather and he went, you know, like his brother fought Mayweather and went the distance. So what? So what? Mayweather hasn't been in the ring how many years?
Right.
You know, and he was also how many times bigger? Put these guys in with people that are matched to them. Let's see you box then.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, we've been saying since day one, although there's a lot of fans from other different cultures and different interest levels coming in to see a boxing match, hopefully they'll see real boxers go at it toe to toe once they're attracted to the sport.
See, this is why I think the event this Sunday is the right way to do it. You want to put this clown sideshow in and let this crap happen? Cool. But put it in where we get to watch real boxing happen at the same time. Right?
I'm sorry.
Like, I
what
believe
was that? What
the
was
Jake-
that?
The Jake Paul fight.
We're talking about Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, that's like celebrity boxing. Celebrity boxing with
Exactly.
Damon Feldman.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
pulled out
Exactly.
celebrity boxing heavyweight champ, and I pulled out. I said I don't want nothing to do with y'all guys. You go ahead. I don't want to talk bad about you. You know.
But the way they're doing it now,
I sent Jake Paul the message. message. I sent Jake Paul a message and told him, I'll knock you out with one arm hand tied around my back. Go ahead.
Nice.
What I don't understand, Champ, can you explain to me how this is counting against his professional record when he's not even fighting as a real professional? Why?
That's unfair. I saw that. I saw it yesterday. How can he do that? That's unfair. He can get sued by one of the boxers that's actually in the. So he's not. I don't see how that's a crime. He can just do that. It's a crime, and he shouldn't be allowed to do that.
They've called him on his boxing license. They've told him to produce it. He's produced a boxing license. I'm thinking that it's bought. I'm thinking that it's a phony. I'm thinking that he paid for it. He's never even had an amateur career. He fought in a round robin tournament last year for some little sanctioned little boxing tournament. He fought one fight. How can you be registered as a professional boxer if you've never even had an amateur boxing career? This is what I don't understand. And then how can you fight these guys and be sanctioned?
You can go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. And it's being sanctioned by the sanctioning is by sanctioning groups that only sanction amateur fights. Like they don't sanction bouts where you can collect a purse. Like Georgia sanctioned one of the events, and Georgia doesn't sanction any event where money is exchanged as a purse.
Right.
So that means it has to be an amateur event. So how do these numbers keep coming up and landing on his professional record? You go on BoxRec right now, he's listed as a 3-0 professional.
Right.
But the good thing,
I think somebody could sue him or sue his management because that's unfair. All these boxers working real hard to get to the top, and he's paying money. That's illegal. There is the Muhammad Ali boxing, Muhammad Ali rule, the law. So you got to look into that also. But that's crazy. Nobody do nothing like that. Never.
Yeah. You know, it's
he bypassing all the other boxers that could beat him. Somebody's illegally letting him get to the top and getting these big fights. There's several cruiserweights or whatever that could beat him that's in the top 10. I do fight any of them, they'll all beat him.
Oh, definitely.
He need a little bit more training.
Here's what he said today. Jake Paul said today he could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I know, I heard that. Bullshit.
They're not the same weight. They're not the same weight.
Canelo Alvarez could be 105 pounds and he would still whoop his ass.
Right.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
I think to answer your question, Tim, I think the reason Jake Paul's getting away with it is because he's not fighting boxers.
Oh.
He's not. He hasn't fought a boxer yet. He fought Ben Askren, retired UFC. He's fighting Tyrone Woodley, retired UFC. He fought a YouTuber, another YouTuber, and then he fought Nate Robinson. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
He fought Nate Robinson, a retired professional basketball player who's half the size of him.
Yeah, so when he goes to boxing, I don't think he's going to have to go the right way.
Yeah, but these wins are counting right now against his pro record. So right now, if you go check the card on BoxRec, he's listed as 3-0.
What weight is he?
He is
a heavyweight or cruiser.
He's a cruiser.
I would get a cruiserweight boxer in his management and go complain.
Tommy Fury said he was going to beat his ass. Tommy Fury called him. He called out Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury said he was going to beat his ass. Tommy Fury was in Florida, and he's like, "I'm looking for you. I know you're here. Where the hell are you?" Jake Paul never came out. And then what does he want to do? He wants to fight Tyrone Woodley. So
Tommy Fury pretty good.
Yeah. So there's your opportunity. Tommy Fury would whoop his ass. And he's out in Florida looking for him. Like, hey, I know what hotel you're at, buddy. I'm here. Where are you? Right? But then what did he do? The little Disney kid. Oh, I'm scared. I'm going to do this. Oh, let me fight another retired UFC guy. Right. But what I like this time is the event is actually a boxing card.
Yeah.
This sideshow is listed for the second fight after a two guys debut. It's supposed to be the second fight of the card. And then after that, it's pure boxing with talented individuals. Amanda Serrano, Charles, Cromwell. You got
Dubois.
Daniel Dubois. We've got all these guys that are on this card. Big card, except we have this little hiccup of this bullshit fight.
That's gonna attract 20 million viewers to these.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what those 20 million viewers are going to see? They're going to see that shit end quick, and then they're going to watch real boxers with real talent put on a real show, see belts change hands, and people get their ass whooped. That's what's going to happen.
And
I hope that that's what hooks them, because that's what hooked me when I was young. Watching that guy get knocked out, man, that's what hooked me to boxing.
Wait,
But you
what?
have your regular boxing fans. You have your regular boxing fans, and then you got the ones that amuses them to see that they want to see Jake Paul fight. Fight. They'll watch that. But I really wouldn't. I don't like putting it on the same card. I know the promoter trying to bring in the money and everything, but I don't like the idea of that being on the same card because it's bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It's complete bullshit. I think. It's
Disrespectful.
It
Running around acting like you a champ. You won't fight none of the top 10 in the regular boxing, and that's like you marking everybody. You marking them. You making money. Yeah, I don't like that.
You got the three promoters for that event are Holden Productions, DeBella Entertainment, and Most Valuable Promotions.
Lou
And
DeBella.
Most valuable promotions is Jake Paul's promotion company.
Right.
So this guy's not just making money.
And Lou DeBella.
And
Lou DeBella was a boxing promoter.
Yep.
Still is.
Yeah, I seen him a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I used to talk to him. Because he was with that group. That group back about 20 years ago, the boxing group. He was with what's his name? It was him. Oh, he was with HBO or something at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What network was he with? He was with a network. Him and the other guy. He was president of them. I think it was HBO or vice president.
Yeah, HBO before it folded.
Or with the boxing, right? With the boxing. Yeah. I used to talk to him all the time. Him and Seth Abraham. I used to talk to them all the time. Seth Abraham was the president and Lou was president.
We were talking about welterweights earlier. Now that Ugas has beaten Pacquiao, who do you think's up next? Crawford? Spence? Any thoughts?
For who?
Well, Ugas just beat Manny Pacquiao, and so
I seen that.
But who's up next? Who's up next for Ugas?
Crawford,
quick, Spence.
Listen, real quick, Pacquiao, right? He's not he don't throw real quick. He don't throw traditional. If he had traditional style and was tired and worn out, he could have slipped punches and relaxed, and he could have won that fight on those type of skills. His type of skills, you have to be in excellent shape because the way he just throw them straight. He got to throw a lot of punches. He got to look good. He doesn't have traditional. He made it and stuff, and he had big fights. But he don't have traditional boxing skills. If you watch, he just throw punches and stuff. This is when he needs real skills, when he's not in real good shape, and he want to get his punches off. He needed the skills this time versus him just being in shape throwing any kind of punches. If you understand what I mean, straight punches was all he throwing. Traditional boxing to me, but he made it. He worked hard and he made it. He was in good shape. But now he's in lesser shape, and I think this is where those slipping and all that and relaxing and bing, bing, instead of bing, 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 throwing straight punches all the time would work. So this is what he really needed this time, and he probably could have pulled it off.
Yeah. Champ, what do you think about Usyk and AJ? What do you think is going to be the outcome of that fight?
Like I told you before, I don't think that his management would pick anybody they didn't think that that he could beat, that Joshua could beat. Maybe I'm not going to disrespect them and say maybe they're that stupid. I'm not going to say that. I think they're not going to do that. So they're going to, put him in there with this guy because they know there's bigger fights coming. And what I told you before, what they need to do is tell him to stop putting videos up of him because he look real amateurish. I watched them last week and I said, "Oh, they shouldn't put that up." You know, and smart boxers and managers, trainers can capitalize off of that. So I kept sending messages, stop filming because he don't look professional. He's a good kid too.
Yeah. What do you think about AJ versus Fury? Where do you think that one would be?
Oh, listen, Fury already got him mentally. Fury already got me. I do believe. I don't think that. I do believe that if he gets some help, if Joshua gets some help, it'll be much easier for him to beat Fury. Right now, Fury has his momentum because he ain't scared. He ready to go. He ready to fight. I do see a little doubt in Joshua sometimes when they be talking about the fight, but Fury's got all kind of. He ready to go, and so Joshua needs a little bit of push, and I think we can start talking a positive about him. But if a punch end the fight. If Joshua hit him, he gone. But as it stands, I think that Tyson Fury had more going for him. He's enthusiastic. He's got a lot of different movements, and Joshua is just as basic, but he's in good shape. So hopefully he can. That's why he ran. He ran with what you call him because he didn't have the skills. He was champ. Who's the guy he ran? He ran from Ruiz.
Wilder.
He ran from Ruiz, and all he had to. No.
What about Wilder?
Oh, Wilder is with Malik Scott. I don't think Malik Scott can help him. Malik Scott is a good guy, but he was everybody's sparring partner. Okay. You know, I was trying to reach all these guys. Malik Scott is good on the pads. I was watching it on Facebook, but you don't see no defense. All you see is all offense. So he's looking good on the pads, but what's really important, he slow down, slip, and Wilder need to make his jab strong so everything else can work. He'll knock all his guys out, which he did, but if his jab take the lead and lead everything, his right hand to take everything out. So he need to work hard. I don't know if Malik Scott is going to help him. And skill wise, they look good on the pads. But I've been around. That's just them doing regular basic stuff. He really needs help. Wilder needs help, and he can't see it, and his management can't see it. They need some help more than Malik. Malik trying his best, but every time I watch them, and they need to take the video down too. Same domination, no defense, no blocking punches. You got to incorporate that when you head with your boxer. So he looks good. That right hand might catch, but he's still going to be the same person, I think.
Champ, how would you, in your prime, how would you have beaten Tyson Fury today? How would you take out the tall guy?
In real good shape. You have to be in. And Tyson Fury moves a lot, so you got to hit the closest thing to you, then get inside. So if he spin to the right, and his left shoulder is forward, you got to hit it hard. You got to go to those tall guys. You got to put pressure on them, like Tyson and Joe, and stay inside. Because if you stay on the outside, you can get eaten alive. So it's more likely you get hit on the outside. So you got to stay inside, and you got to be in really good shape, and you got to put pressure on Tyson Fury and take them over because his defense really is not that good. If he moves a lot, and that's his defense. He shifts his body, and when he shifts his body, you got to hit his body, not his head. Every time Tyson flipped this way and he faked this way, you got to touch his head, and you can really find out where it is. So that's my assessment of Tyson Fury. And all you got to do is get inside, then loop something over top, go to his body. But if you're on the outside, he's going to outbox you with his style. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
We heard it right there from the champ himself. We're getting to that time. I can't believe the hour flew by that quick. Jeez. Always a pleasure, champ, having you on, man. We really enjoy you being here. You've really brought a characteristic to the show that that everybody loves. We love it.
I'm still
Carl,
rusty.
thanks for taking him.
It's called professionalism, Mike.
Exactly. There it is. Professionalism. I guess we'll sign us off here. Oh no, you're good. You're good, champ. Couple more weeks, and you'll be right at it, just like I am, spitting numbers and names. Don't worry about it.
You'll be on ESPN before the year's end. But.
Yeah, for real. Talkin Fight fans, remember talkinfight.com. Go and subscribe. It's a Friday night panel. Tim, champion, thank you again for coming on. Graham, always a pleasure. Carl, thanks for tuning in.
See if I can get somebody.
Definitely, champ. Bring anybody you want anytime. Carl, thanks for tuning in. Last Bell Boxing. Lots of love and support. Friday night, we got to go watch some fights. So you guys check us here tomorrow. Check me here Sunday, 4 o'clock for the knockout of the week. And we'll see you next Friday for the Friday night panel. Same time, same channel.
Thank you.
See you Friday. Join, buddy.